to talk close to the mic. As everyone was giving their speeches, I had a little purple pen back there adding some notes because I just keep, you keep thinking of all these things when you reminisce, and I don't want to forget anything. So, good evening. First of all, thank you to the Hall of Fame Committee, the Athletic Department, Westminster College, my coaches, teammates, and professors here at Westminster. When I began looking back at my athletic career, I immediately opened my basketball memory box that Coach Scott had given me my senior year, and truthfully on top, there were 3 handwritten letters, one from Coach Daffler, one from Dar Huey, and one from the chaplain at the time. So I read through them and it starts sparking all those memories, but that shows you, just right there, it's proof that my feelings I've always had about Westminster were always right. That Westminster is the best, woo, and will stay in my heart forever. Thank you to my family, friends, and Jesus Christ. I am truly blessed to be standing here today, only 8 years after graduating. Playing a sport without love and support would be meaningless. I am so grateful for all the people who are here tonight that continue to support and love me. With this induction to the Athletic Hall of Fame, I look back on my college athletic career, and it really wasn't clear to me if this induction was due to my mediocre golf game or my he came to watch me play a golf time, or my exceptional basketball career. I played golf at Westminster from my sophomore year to senior year and went from shooting consistently in the 120s. So for anyone that doesn't play golf, that's absolutely awful. Okay. With lots of frustration, and my dad will admit to this too, I was crying all the time on pretty much every hole. If there was water, I was crying. To eventually being the #1 on the team. So, but notice I didn't say what I was shooting as #1, but let's just say I'm not being honored tonight for golf. I did have a very unique start. I don't know if Coach Scott remembers this as much as I do, but when I was 18 years old and in high school, I really knew I wanted to play basketball in high school. That was what I wanted to do. And I was being recruited from most colleges for track and field. And I told my parents that, yeah, I would go for track and field, but I wanted to play basketball. So wherever I went, that's what I wanted to do. So I think the track coach at the time might have told Coach Scott that he had a girl, she wants to play basketball, so just tell her she has a chance. And Coach Scott humored him and also went along with that. So to make a long story short, I was mainly recruited for track, and I didn't run a single event on the track and field team my entire career. And that was due to the fact when I met my Lady Titan basketball teammates and coaches, my love for basketball that I had already had quickly became who I was in college. And Coach Scott and Coach Miller really became that support and encouragement and family that you need your freshman year. So Coach Scott had this open door policy. He was already talking about how I was the one that was the go-to, talk to Coach Scott. You do it, Emily. But I was always willing to do that. I loved the open door policy, so I took advantage of it. Full advantage, maybe a little too much. I was always thankful to go to her for advice, simple conversations that a lot of times turn into very dramatic conversations, college, everything's changing your life forever. So she dealt with me and really worked through everything, so that was I'm very thankful for that. And Coach Miller's not here, but I wanted to they were a team, those two together, so everything that they did, I want to thank them both together. They were always there to laugh with me, and were very accepting of my work hard, play hard attitude, which I'll explain that mantra soon when I get to my thanking my teammates. Throughout life, it is very important to take this time to pause and reflect. So I was very thankful this evening for the opportunity to really look back at this monumental time in my life. When I played basketball, I played with heart. This commitment to love what you do came from my family. My dad has a little teary-eyed right now, it's gonna get me going. My mom taught me early on that it was about having fun. She would say it all the time, she still says it to my nephews now. If you're not having fun, there's really no reason you should be doing it. And I agree with that. You have to be having fun out there. A love for athletics came from my dad. He helped me find the sport that was right for me by signing me up for practically everything. Like ballet, I did ballet, yep. Soccer, golf, bowling, racquetball, you name it, I played it. When he signed me up for basketball in 3rd grade, the rest was history. I guess I'm a crier maybe. Though I cried daily going to practice, I did in the beginning, my dad saw this was my sport, and he actually just wrote that in a card he gave me today, that he knew this was my sport, and I said, I had that in my speech, so he knew it. This was my sport, and he encouraged me to stick with it. My brother made me tough. I always say that. He's a great teacher as well, but I always go back to the part that he made me tough. Playing on a gravel basketball court, that's where I started out, with an older brother. Made all of those years battling inside for that rebound, put back, and one. A walk in the park. So thank you, Matt. My sister has always been my #1 fan and continues to be that today. She taught me that sports weren't everything and made sure I enjoyed all the other aspects of life. I would like to thank also my family friends that are here tonight, Jack, Denise, and Muriel. They made it to way more games than they ever needed to. They just wanted to be there to support me, and I thank them both, or all 3 of them, for that. My brother-in-law came onto the scene a little later, but my nephew got to see me play. He's almost 10 now. He got to see me play. My other little nephew, 7, didn't get to see that, but thank you for that encouragement. And my sister-in-law, it's a funny story, met my brother at a basketball game, and now they're married. She went to Westminster also, so thank you, Rhiannon, for your support. My family members all have one thing in common. We are the happiest when we see each other enjoying life, and we truly share in each other's successes. I have been married to my husband for 4 years, but we have been together for 15. 15 years is half of my life. There are not enough ways to say thank you to my husband, Jay. He was my first text message after every game. He made me all of the best pump-up CDs that I listened to, and he loved to watch me play. And I'm so thankful for his influence in my life. I will say it again, playing a sport without love and support is meaningless. Jay provided that love and support every practice, game, and off-season. I can't thank him enough for being my #1 teammate through life. Okay, I think I have time for a few quick teammate stories and thank yous. To my roommate, who of course couldn't be here tonight. If you know Therese, you know she comes up with a lot of excuses. So I wrote, because she had some lame excuse, just like the one she used in college, like wrecking her car, or jumping off a fraternity roof to escape security. She did that. And I hate to roast her a little bit, she's not here. I still do want to take a moment to thank her. Therese wasn't just my roommate, she was my teammate. And President Richardson, I stole your word, any exemplar athlete knows it is never an individual effort that builds a successful athletic career. There's absolutely no way I would have accomplished the things I did on the basketball court without Therese. She has the best work ethic I have ever seen and is the most encouraging, selfless, and supportive teammate I could have hoped to play with for my 4 years. And she was, her and I were the only 2 to finish out the 4 years, so we had each other for those entire 4 years. We did live the mantra, work hard, play hard. College life is about experiences, and Therese and I had the time of our lives. Not much has changed today, other than playing hard does require a little more recovery time. Upperclassmen and underclassmen all have an impact on a player. And I'd like to thank those teammates for all the locker room jokes, winning the first ever PAC Championship, making a few appearances in the NCAA tournament, jumping into opposing team swimming pools to celebrate those big wins. That was illegal. There was an NCAA judge there one time and we had to rush out of the pool. And all of the amazing memories in between. Finally, I would like to thank my coaches one last time. I really would not be up here today if I didn't have the coaches in the order that I had them. I truly believe that, and the way they influenced me throughout my life to help build me as a player. My high school coaches, Coach Brisbane and Coach McGuire, taught me dedication, respect, and after speaking to them today, I'm going to add passion and defense. I brought that to Westminster, and Coach Scott and Coach Miller taught me trust. And I think that word encompasses a lot as a player. When you can trust a coach and trust your teammates and then learn to trust yourself offensively and defensively, That's how you build your successful career. I really did have the perfect storm of coaches, teammates, family, friends, and fans. I am grateful for this recognition. As I paused and reflected on my 4 years at Westminster, I only remember the feelings of love, the lifelong friendships, and the support that I will cherish forever. Thank you.